Hey guys, That Gamer back here for that video, guys. I should be saying on this channel That Gamer too. I mean, my name's That Gamer, but this channel is That Gamer too, obviously. But today we're looking at another episode of my Versus series, where we take a look at stadiums in Madden 19 and compare them to Madden 25 to see how much stadiums have changed over the last 6 years. Today we're taking a look at the Pittsburgh Steelers Stadium. And this used to be called a different name. So in this Madden 19, this is called Heinz Field. That's right, Heinz Ketchup. Heinz Field. Nowadays, the last couple years, it got changed to Akershire Field or Stadium. This, of course, is Heinz Field, though, so a little bit different. There are some stadiums that were different in Madden 19 than Madden 25, and of course one of them being the Oakland Raiders Stadium, the St. Louis Rams Stadium, and the LA Chargers Stadium. So we'll look at those in separate videos, but we got ourselves a Orion fan zone. Okay, now of course it is still the same stadium, it's just they kind of removed the ketchup. You know, there was ketchup and then they removed the ketchup and they added the mustard, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, it's still a very beautiful stadium. And yes, it has an outside. It's not in a void. It also does have working cars on the outside on the highway, as you can see, which is freaking amazing. Love that. That's something that they did in the old Maddens, was they added working cars, because I think at one point they wanted to use that to do something with, but never did. So, still a lot of detail for Madden 19. Madden 19 usually doesn't have the most detail, so any type of detail is always cool. We got Champions Club. We have EA Sports logos on both sides. We do, of course, have the Panthers tickets, because the Pittsburgh Panthers also shares this stadium. That is a college team, so they kind of have the 1A, 1B type scenario here. Now, sadly, in Madden 19, it's kind of like this in most Maddens outside of 24 and 25. It might be 23 as well. They don't have the Lombardi trophies inside of the stadium. So you're going to see in Madden 25, there is a little area where they have Lombardi trophies. They don't have this in Madden 22 or less, I believe, or 23 or less. So kind of sucks, because Lombardi trophies is always cool to see, and that's one thing I do love about this stadium. We have the Science Center over here. So again, even though it's not as detailed and it is Madden 19, it still has the Science Center, which is cool. We have working cars, and wow, we have a lot of working cars. This is not too surprising, as again, this is one of the stadiums that did have working cars back in the old Maddens. So I'm not surprised to see more and more working cars. What I am surprised to see is how much detail is in this stadium. I mean, not stadium, so on this map. So Madden 25, actually 22 to 25, I'll say, the Pittsburgh Steelers map isn't really that detailed. There isn't much going on. There is stuff, but it's like not as crazy. You can see this in Madden 25. But for whatever reason, this looks a lot more detailed. Maybe not, actually. Okay. Now that I go over here, it doesn't look as good. At first, it looked a lot better from a distance, which is usually how this works. But now I see that the ground isn't, like, complete. So I think it's still more detailed than Madden 25. It might not be much, but it's definitely more. It looks better. I'll definitely say that. But it's still kind of very much the same. And we have the blimp. The blimp is in every single Madden. It's one of the few stadiums that does have a blimp, which, again, you know, not really that big of a deal, but still cool to have, is a blimp at the top right above the stadium. That is the blimp. We can't ever get to it because it's so freaking far up. But wow, this is, yeah, so this is definitely the most cars we have seen, working cars, in a stadium yet. Which is still freaking dope in my opinion, just how much, like, little detail they add with that. Again, like I said, I think they had an idea for working cars, like, they had an idea, I think, in 19 to 22, and then they just kind of gave up on it. 23 has working cars. Actually, no, 23 is the most advanced working cars. 24, they removed working cars. So, not sure what's going on there. Love to know from an EA dev if they ever opened up about that. Like, why did they get rid of working cars? What was the idea? Was there like a presentation thing they were going to do with it? I don't know. Let's go ahead, though, and switch to Madden 25 and see the latest and greatest Madden. Hang on, guys. Madden NFL 25. No more Heinz ketchup. I miss Heinz ketchup. Anyway, we got Mr. Frizz. We got MBC. Not NBC, but MBC. Yeah, not as good as the last Madden. I'll be honest with you. Heinz ketchup is so much better. We have a random long corridor, creepy locker room corridor. Kind of forgot the Steelers don't really have a locker room in Madden. Like, for some reason, EA does not give them a locker room. They give them this creepy, desolate area, and that's pretty much all they get. And then they get this area over here, but that's pretty much that. And that's the same in every Madden. Like, even back to, like, Madden 16. Maybe not 16, but, like, Madden 18 is the same thing with that. We have an area up here, which is kind of cool. Now, with Madden 25, two things. Cars are no longer a thing. And also, people are everywhere. Yes, so people are going to be everywhere because this is how Madden 25, well, Madden 24 and Madden 25 do their thing, is they have people everywhere. So these are the Lombardi trophies. They have 6 of them, so there are 6 here. We also have, like, little areas here. I wish this was more lit up. It would look so much better if it was more lit up. You can see some of the fans are glowing. This is another thing that happens in Madden for some reason. Fans glow. You can tell me down below if you're a Steelers fan. Did you guys not have the Lombardis or something when you guys were Heinz Field? I don't know. Again, like I said, I know you guys changed the Heinz out, but I think the Lombardi were always there. I believe, in real life at least. Champions Club, we have Akershire Field. We have our little walkway that we had in Madden 19 as well. Over here, again, we have Champion Club entrance west. We have the little express entrance. Panthers, again, little, stuff all the way around. Surprisingly enough, fans are not over here, which is what I would expect, especially with the fact that they love putting people everywhere, but somehow, some way, they don't put fans on the one side, which is weird. I guess actually no, on none of the sides except for one are fans. So obviously got the Lombardi trophies over here. We have ourselves some Steelers logos and all that kind of good stuff. So again, still a very cool looking stadium, still a beautiful looking stadium. Just kind of wish that they gave us working cars in Madden 25. It's not a big deal, wouldn't change anything, but it just, it's a little cool feel, man. And also, I want my Heinz ketchup back. So this definitely is not as well designed as Madden 19 was, which for an outside of the map, there's no real reason for any of this to be here, in all honesty. This is just overkill. Doesn't help out anything, doesn't change anything, doesn't add anything. It's just extra, stuff around. But it is cool just to, see EA Sports actually care about something. I think someone commented down below and was like, they don't need to care about outside the field for no clipping. They don't even have the baseball stadium up here. And how, they don't need to care about that stuff. This is stupid for them to waste their time. We got to keep in mind one thing, right? They're not going to spend their time on working on gameplay. That's just not EA Sports' cup of tea. They're not going to worry about gameplay. They're not going to work on gameplay. There's the blimp, by the way. So if they're going to spend their time and care about anything, if outside the field is what they care about, then at least they're doing something. If not, they're just not going to do anything. They're not going to, it's not like if they spent more time on, they spent less time on this, they spend more time on gameplay. No, they wouldn't. They would just spend less time doing nothing and getting money for it. So this actually gives them something to do and something to work on. And they act like, oh yeah, we spent a year working on this game. Reality-wise, it's all bullcrap, but at least you get something out of it. If not, they spent a year and we complain about gameplay and they still don't do jack diddly squat. So that's kind of how I look at it. Okay, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions though, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.